Please sit down.
Agwini Ushal to Fáilte Liv Kildare. Ladies and gentlemen, you're all very welcome to this membership conferring ceremony here today at our home in number 6 Kildare Street on this lovely December evening. Welcome to all our new members and their guests. And overall this week we'll confer 173 new members from 22 different countries. And we're delighted to meet you all here this evening. The building we're in here, number 6 Kildare Street, nurtures our heritage. And our Heritage Centre here has attained museum status, an accredited museum status, that recognises our dedication to caring for all our collections to the highest standards. And we have ambitious plans to grow and open this museum to share our rich heritage and medical history increasingly with yourselves, the public, and a wider audience. All around you, there are portraits, sculptures, and items that reflect our central role in the history of medicine in Ireland and indeed abroad. And today, you join the ranks of all of us in your lifelong journey and career through medicine. We are certainly of the view that engaging with the humanities and our heritage enhances our understanding of people and our empathy. And for you, this is an exciting moment in your careers and one that you've earned through your hard work, determination, and dedication, as well as the supports of your guests and those around you. So well done to all. And now, before commencing and declaring the ceremony of the Royal College of Physicians of Ireland open, may I introduce the platform party. Dr. Emily Buckley is chair of the College Trainees Committee. Professor Anthony O'Regan is Dean of the Institute of Medicine. Professor Sam Coulter-Smith is chair of the Institute of Obstetricians and Gynaecologists. Dr. Diarmuid O'Shea, President of the Royal College of Physicians of Ireland. Dr. Sheila O'Brien, Dean of the Faculty of Occupational Medicine. Dr. Eoin O'Crown, Associate Dean of Examinations for the Faculty of Paediatrics. And this evening, our mace bearer is Ms. Harriet Wheelock, Keeper of Collections of RCPI. And I'm Dr. Joan Parr, Vice President of the College of Physicians of Ireland. So this evening, this is a meeting of the Royal College of Physicians of Ireland for the purpose of conferring membership, which I now declare open. With your permission, President, I will now proceed with the conferring ceremony.
Please proceed.
So I would like to start this evening by asking Dr. Emily Buckley to address the new members.
Thank you, President, Fellows and Members. As Chair of the Trainees Committee of the RCPI, it is my duty and privilege to represent you and to work on your behalf with the College to try to improve the quality of medical education and training that you receive. It is with sincere pleasure that I am here today to congratulate you on this massive achievement of succeeding in gaining membership of this college. I am personally aware of the hours, months, and even years of work you have put into this day and of the sacrifices you have made, both personal and financial, to reach this goal. It is no small effort, and today that effort has paid off, and you should be justly proud. As members of the RCPI, you have distinguished yourselves as the brightest and best physicians of your generation. You stand apart as the group of doctors who will lead the profession for the generation to come. We are at a turning point in how healthcare will be delivered, and all of you graduating today will have a command and responsibility for how our profession evolves in serving the diverse needs of the citizens of this country at the most vulnerable points in their lives. Your graduation today leads you one step closer to specialisation in your chosen area and towards being a leader within our healthcare service. It marks a significant milestone in your career progression and also your success. It also signifies a new responsibility you have to your fellow doctors and particularly your junior colleagues. a responsibility to use the talents and skills you have proven through challenge and adversity to teach and to guide your interns and SHOs, and to ensure they're empowered to achieve and maintain the same high standards of clinical and academic excellence that you yourselves have demonstrated. And that's no small feat. We know these exams aren't easy, and many of you were tested to your very limit, but you know that they are a goal worth achieving. So please, guide your fellow doctors to the same success you now so deservedly enjoy. I'm also aware that no one who passes these exams does so without a modicum of help. It does take a village, and I'm delighted to see that so many of you have friends and family members here today. Their support has got you here in no small measure, and I'm glad that they can rejoice and share in your success. I sat my exam 5 years ago, and I have not forgotten the often complex relationship with the college that this experience can foster. The path to success is not easy, but your diligence, perseverance, and professionalism have prevailed. Finally, it is important to use this time to take stock of your achievement and to think of what direction you would like your career to take. This can be short and long-term goals, and I would invite you and encourage you to join us in the Trainee Committee in working with the college to bring about positive changes that will benefit you and benefit doctors who follow in your footsteps. I'm sure your engagement so far with the RCPI, you've seen things that are done well and some things that we could do better. And now that you have that both insight and authority, I really urge you all to work with me to keep making this college a better and better place for trainees, so that we can be proud to be members of this noble institution, proud of the fact that we can be part of receiving and providing world-class medical training, and proud of the fact that we will always strive for better. Thank you very much, and congratulations again.
Thank you very much. And now we're moving to formally admit you all as members. So I'll ask the licensees and members to stand and to read with me the declaration for membership, which you have in your pack. I do hereby solemnly and sincerely promise that I will observe and obey the statutes, bylaws and regulations of this college relating to members and will submit to such penalties as may be lawfully imposed for any neglect or infringement of them, including the erasure of my name from that list of members and the surrender of my diploma of membership received from the college. I further promise and declare that I will, to the best of my ability, do all things in the practice of my profession for the honour of the college and the good of the public. I further promise and declare that I will not keep open shop for the sale of medicines or endeavour to obtain practice or to attract public notice by any unworthy means. Nor will I either permit or sanction the use of my name by any other person for such purpose, or in connection with any secret remedy, and in case of any doubt relative to the true meaning of this engagement, I promise to submit to the judgment of the college. I now call upon the President, Dr. Diarmuid O'Shea, to formally admit the new licentiates and members elect collectively to membership of the College.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as President, I hereby admit you collectively as licentiates and members of the Royal College of Physicians of Ireland. Congratulations to all of you.
Congratulations to our new members, and you may all be seated. I now ask each member to come forward and receive your parchment as your name is called. Mohammed Ahmed, General Medicine. Ahmed Al-Badi, General Medicine. Kevin Bowers, General Medicine. Una Brown, General Medicine. Megan Connell, General Medicine. Quiva Dalton, General Medicine. Rachel Dillon, General Medicine. Erica Dignan, General Medicine. Celia Fernandez, General Medicine. Holly Fitzgerald, General Medicine. Jack Hartnett, General Medicine. Claudine Howard-James, General Medicine. Asad Khan, Paediatrics. Alison McHugo, General Medicine. Asif Mahmood, General Medicine. Cian Murray, General Medicine. Cormac Newell, General Medicine. Siobhan O'Brien, General Medicine. Rory O'Loughlin, General Medicine. Saad Imran Sharif, General Medicine. Charles Shield, General Medicine. Adila Zahid, General Medicine. And in abstentia, Damien Kelly, General Medicine. Sonali Kali, General Medicine. Mohammed Ala Karish, General Medicine. Ali Malik, General Medicine. Gul Maman, General Medicine. Hala Suleiman Mohammed, General Medicine. Jihad Babikar Mohammed, Obstetrics and Gynaecology. Hiba Al-Bagadar Mohammed, General Medicine. Mahmoud Sulmida Mohammed, General Medicine. Marwa Mohammed Ibrahim, General Medicine. Omar Ahmed Mohammed, General Medicine. Thabiq Mohammed Ali Mohammed, General Medicine. Kawaje Moni Newton, General Medicine. Ahmed Nawaz, General Medicine. Ibrahim Noor, General Medicine. Alison O'Connor, General Medicine. Hiba Gorashi Osaman, General Medicine. Sahar Mohammed Osman, General Medicine. Mohammed Saqib, General Medicine. Farina Sarwar, General Medicine. Zubair Shahiq, General Medicine. Idris Mohammed Shalabi, General Medicine. Mohammed Shoaib, Paediatrics. Walid Al-Katim Sidej, General Medicine. Naomi Sim, General Medicine. Hiba Mohammed Abdul Majid, General Medicine. And Omar Mohammed Rashid, General Medicine. Congratulations to all. And I now have pleasure on calling one of our trainees and new members, Suad Sharif, to address you on behalf of the college.
Thank you very much, President, fellows, and members. My name is Saad Sharif, and it's my absolute honour and privilege to be able to stand here before you all today and join you in celebrating this enormous achievement and significant milestone in our careers. While today is a day of celebration, it's also one of reflection on our careers to date, both the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. Our health service is enduring a period of great difficulty, and oftentimes it can feel overwhelming. However, it is important to reflect and to truly appreciate the privileges we are gifted as physicians and as members of the college, and to hold those reflections as a beacon of optimism for the challenging days that will inevitably lie ahead. That includes upholding the trust placed in us as physicians by our patients. It also includes the privilege to develop our specialties. We are today one step further along the long road to completing our training, and in so doing, we endeavour to help shape the practice of our chosen fields. As new members of the college, we will step into the shoes of our senior colleagues, and we will have the privilege of teaching, training, and supporting those coming along after us, and to help drive and maintain the standards of excellence that have characterized the college for over 360 years. It's important to remember that we did not get to where we are just by our own efforts. It is in times like these the contributions and support of those who have helped us to get to where we are should be acknowledged. To the RCPI, including the fellows and members with whom we work, the consultants, the registrars, and even our co-SHOs who've been instrumental in our education and training. From the moment we stepped foot onto hospital grounds, they've been preparing us for our exams and interviews while dropping the occasional pearl of wisdom along the way. To our patients, especially those who've been unlucky enough to be admitted around exam times and even more unlucky to have some great clinical findings, struggling to stay composed in the face of the seventh pair of doctors that day preparing for their clinicals, patiently sitting still, answering questions, following commands, and leaning over just the right way to elicit that subtle grade 1 diastolic murmur which will definitely come up on the exams, all the while wondering when they'll get some peace to eat their lunch. The kindness of these patients is truly something special. I especially remember those who agreed to sit for prolonged durations of time in the cold and dreary lecture halls, sometimes during visiting hours, also our tutorials could take place. To our families and our loved ones who've been with us every step of the way, they act as a constant as we rotate through the country from hospital to hospital, lending a supportive shoulder to lean on when times get rough, as well as a sympathetic ear. While I'm up here myself, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Professor Peter Brannigan, who was instrumental in the success of many current and former graduates of the MRCP, including myself, who sacrifices evenings and weekends delivering tutorials despite handling one of the busiest services, full of unstable patients in Beaumont Hospital, to ensure we were all prepped and ready for our exams. I'd like to acknowledge my wife Fizza for her unwavering support and patience through the late post-work tutorials and weekends spent in the hospitals practicing for exams. I'd like to acknowledge my mother and brother, Professors Farhana and Dr. Zain Sharif, who've stood in these halls before me for their conferrings and have been encouraging and supportive throughout my training. I'd like to acknowledge my late father, Mr. Imran Sharif, who passed away this year, a monumental figure in the world of orthopedics, beloved by his patients, colleagues and family, and a true role model. I know he'd be very proud to see me here today. And lastly, to each other, all our colleagues and now fellow members, it is to each other that we turn when faced with adversity, be that for a rejuvenating cup of tea at 2 a.m. in the res, or a second pair of hands for a tricky green line, or someone to talk through a complex case with. We reached today's milestone together, and it was a team effort. From the endless hours discussing high-yield conditions, or leafing through the guidelines, or nominating somebody who was going to chase down a consultant to clarify a tricky point, or when it came to the clinical exams, getting together in pairs to practice on the wards on our otherwise free evenings and weekends. It has been an occasionally arduous, but extremely enjoying road together. The college is its members. This is our college. And I'm delighted to join it with you all today and to work with you all in the future to constantly safeguard the healthcare of the people of Ireland. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Saad, and certainly emphasising how important this is for family, those who are here with us and those who have gone before us. And I now have pleasure in calling on the President of RCPI, Dr. Diarmuid O'Shea, to address us.
Guests, members and new members and fellows, you tá fáilte Caligróibh anocht. It's a huge pleasure for me to welcome you all here to 6 Kildare Street this evening. And a really proud day for you, for your families, for your friends, and for those who've supported you over the years. I know Emily said she remembers standing here 5 years ago. I clearly remember standing here over 30 years ago getting my membership, and it's an event that has lived with me throughout my career. I think it was the first time I realised there was an exam that needed to be done after I'd qualified in medicine, and it came as a shock to me that there was a membership. So it's a real milestone in your career. And I think each of us brings our own story and our own reason for choosing medicine as a career. And you now, each of you, are weaving yourselves further into the fabric of this college because you're becoming part of the story and the history of the college. In essence, you're becoming a custodian of what the college was, what the college is, and what the college will be. And your input and your contribution will be vital to that in the years ahead. And that's why the chair of the Trainees Committee, or a representative of the Trainees Committee, is here today speaking to you. The college was founded by the man in the picture in the middle of the hall at the back looking down at you there, a guy called John Stern, and he was born nearly 400 years ago. He founded the college in 1654 at the age of 30. So for those of you that are good at sums, that means he will be 400 years old next year, but he's not alive. But we'll celebrate and honour his contribution to medicine in Ireland and around the world with the Stern 400 series to mark that milestone. He founded the college with 3 things in mind when he founded it: to improve training and practice of medicine, to improve patient care, and as a place for physicians to meet. And those aims are still incredibly relevant in the world we practice today. The Royal College of Physicians is the largest and oldest medical training body in Ireland, with 6 postgraduate training bodies. And today you have from obstetrics, paediatrics and medicine sitting on the platform, along with occupational medicine and pathology. So you have all of the faculties represented here for you today. And after this afternoon, when we're out in the hall at the ceremony, take advantage of the time to talk to a few of us. That's what we're around for. We're not just here to shake a hand and give you a cert. We're here for you to talk to. We moved into the building in 1864, and that was purchased by the guy directly behind me, Dominic Corrigan, who is of Pulse and Corrigan Pulse and Corrigan Sign fame. So for those of you who are now over having to know what they are, you can explain it to the people at the back of the room as to what he is. But he's much more than a pulse or a sign, obviously. And as Joan said to you, this building is very much our heritage centre and houses statues, portraits, sculptures and medical memorabilia that reflect our central role and contribution to medicine in Ireland and around the world. But we're clearly way more than bricks, mortar and memorabilia. The vision of the college is of a globally connected community of doctors improving people's health. And today, each one of you joins that community of doctors, an international network of over 13,000 alumni working around the world. And our mission statement is really framing the vision and the aims of the college. And among those are building trust, building confidence, and building the doctors of today and the clinical leaders of today and tomorrow, which you are becoming. The skills, knowledge, and networks that you develop during your training here will be a foundation and launch pad for your future working lives. And with your membership, you join a community of doctors advocating for best patient care and outcomes, for innovation and research, and supporting each other in what can be at times, as Sad said, challenging, but always fulfilling and rewarding careers. Having the letters MRCPI after your name demonstrates that you've reached a standard of excellence that is trusted and recognised by employers around the world, and that should add to your self-confidence. As Emily has said, passing the membership is a very significant achievement, and you did it while in a busy clinical job. So every single person on the platform remembers that exam. Every single person is aware of the commitment and hard work, the hours of study at night, the social life deferral. It's all a sacrifice to get to where you are, and I hope that you feel it's worth it in the end. What you do makes a very real difference to people's lives every day. I'm a geriatrician, and I've had the pleasure of knowing some of you here today, and indeed I've had the pleasure of working with a few of you today. So bear with me if you've heard my story before. But in the job I do, I'm privileged to meet people, many people, and I'd occasionally ask them, have they any advice for a younger man? Now, fortunately, I'm usually younger than most of my patients because I'm a geriatrician when I ask them that question. And I will listen to the advice I'm given, and occasionally I had a letter back in from a lady a few weeks after I'd seen her because she didn't want to answer the question at the time. She told me she wanted to think about it. And she wrote back in, and in the letter there was a couple of lines, but one that's always stuck with me is, look after your own career. It is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. And I've often reflected and wondered over the years what the answer to that is, what lies behind that. And I think part of the answer is how you practice medicine, and another part of it is about becoming involved. So if you weave into your own practice core values like compassion, openness, kindness, and empathy, and an understanding for your patient and each other, that will enable you make an important difference to the health and well-being of your patients, the healthcare system you work in, and as importantly, yourselves. In effect, you can lead and become part of the culture change you would like to see in your own workplace. Because you are the future clinicians and the leaders who will shape our healthcare service delivery over the next years and decades. So be an active part of the solution. Listen to what Emily has said. Become involved in your college. Figure out how you can contribute. We're all busy. We're all doing lots of things. Become involved in the Trainees Committee. Contribute to improvements and changes that you want to see, both in education and across your career trajectories and in the healthcare system we work. Through the college, you can and do make a difference. But to do that, you must become involved. Now, getting the balance right in how you do that is very important. And Sad used the word reflective, and he reflected on a couple of things, and I think it's a very good word. But at times, the responsibilities can seem overwhelming. So self-care, making time for yourself, making time for friends and family is of equal importance. And as a patient said to me some time ago, and it still resonates with me, and it resonates with me more as time goes on, be sure to appreciate what you have before time teaches you to appreciate what you had. So after that momentary bout of sort of philosophical self-reflection, I've got to do a few thank yous. A big thank you to the Platform Party for coming along this evening and giving up time from their busy days. What you see is a reflection of the career journey from somebody who's involved as a trainee on the Trainees Committee to people who have gone through the college in different guises as examiners. You mentioned Peter Brannigan in your speech, but everybody sitting here is making huge contributions to how work happens both in the college and in training of each of the faculties and institutes across pathology, obstetrics, gynaecology, occupational medicine, Institute of Medicine and Paediatrics. So, you know, you can do and be lots during the course of your career. I think I'd clearly want to thank the examiners and the boards, including Ona Coran, who's here today from Paediatrics, Lucy Ann Behan from the Institute of Medicine, who isn't, and Mary Higgins from Obstetrics and Gynaecology. But they would also accept that there's huge teams behind them. So people like Dara Whelan and Louise Goyette in the college are instrumental in keeping things running smoothly for us. The college and the staff who work here are really here to support us throughout our career, our training, and our journey of lifelong learning. And we're very fortunate to have them. They're very dedicated, they're very professional, they're always committed to the college's aims and aspirations. And many of you will have been in contact with some of them before today's ceremony, and when you've arrived, I'm sure you've been struck by both their friendliness and their quiet efficiency. So on behalf of the fellows, the officers of the college, the people on the platform, and indeed yourselves, a very big thank you to the staff in the college. We're truly international, as our college has an extensive reach, and it's far more extensive than we actually appreciate, and that's highlighted by us having people from 22 countries and over 173 people being conferred with membership over the next few days. And some of you have made a huge effort to travel to the ceremony, so thank you for that. It's also obviously my pleasure to extend a big Céad Míle Fáilte to your guests who've come with you today to celebrate the important day in your career. So a huge thank you to you all for your support and understanding, to those of you that are here. Clearly, sometimes people can't make it, and indeed, people who weren't able to be here because they've died, who clearly would have had a profound effect on the person you have become. So a huge thank you to your family and friends, and to those of you that have come here today. So maybe a round of applause for the guys sitting at the back. Reasonably. So I think if you look at what the college is trying to do, we have a healthcare leadership department led by Professor Trevor Duffy, we have a Dean of Education, we've an active Trainees Committee, and they're all developing opportunities for you to become easily involved in the college, be it as an advocate, a leader, an educator, an examiner, or as a future trainer. But there's loads that you can do in addition to the career that you're setting out on. We regularly update and expand our educational offerings here in the college, and they're tailored to all of our continuous professional development. So remember, as Emily said, and as Joan said, you know, your relationship with the college does change. It has been a complex relationship, but is now changing. And the future of the college really does begin with you. You're our new generation of members, and I'd love to see in years to come, as you travel through your career, you become fellows of the college. You're needed here in the college for us to continue to do what we're trying to do for both doctors in training, for our own continuous professional development, and for the patients that we look after. I wish you well on your own personal missions. I really hope you'll be able to fulfill your own dreams and ambitions, but realise that your potential is unlimited, and that the opportunities open to you because of the career you've chosen are truly extraordinary. And if truth be told, I really do envy the experiences you have ahead of you in a wonderful world to be working in. My congratulations to each of you on getting your membership. I hope you enjoyed the rest of your evening, and do appreciate the wonderful achievement, because it really is a significant day in your careers. So congrats well done, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Conferred agus go léir. And that completes the conferring ceremony for membership. We would ask guests to remain in their seats, please, in the Corrigan Hall while the group photograph takes place for new members out in the main entrance hall. And then we'll follow that with a reception after the group photograph in the Graves Hall. Thank you all very much.